set number 2 as we come out of a Manhattanville timeout. Mariners yet to call one in this one. Set number 2, 1-0 lead for the Mariners in the Skyline Conference Championship, a repeat of 2019. They played at Manhattanville, a 5-set win for the Valiants on their home court, and now the Mariners trying to return the favor. Out of the timeout, first swing will come off of Ruiz, double block, another chance for Morales. Dug out, kept up, one-handed outside the pin. And the Valiants pick up a much-needed point. They cut the deficit to 3. 8-4, the kill advantage in set number 2 here for the Mariners. Hitting 240 to just 048 for the Valiants. Pinzone for Steffen off the top of the net. And too many touches. Steffen looked like she had a crease, but could not quite get the elevation she needed. Just the 8th error we have seen from the Mariners. Same tally for the Valiants as it goes into the net from Bianca Vital. And defense, again, we expected from both of these teams to hold their opponents to below 100. Neither team allows more than 2 aces per set either. Gilbertson, full extension to keep it in play. Smith now will push it over. Diving Figueroa keeps it up. Ruiz went off the net. And after a long pause, the Mariners get the point. A big point coming into this one. There's 2 teams top 5 in service aces per set and top 5 in aces allowed. As Vital didn't quite know what she wanted to do with that serve, an ace for Taylor Gilbertson. So now Gilbertson, Vendel, and Pinzon all an ace apiece. That's the first of the second set for the Mariners. Unloading Ruiz, kept up. The defense has been sparkling for the Mariners, especially in this second set. Up the middle, Morales off a deflection picks up the point. The Valiants have never really gotten out of any point or any set. Biggest deficit in set number 1 was 5. And biggest deficit as it stands here, it was just 5 before. They've gotten it down to 4 now as Gonzalez serves away. Jones sliding through. Gonzalez, who just checked in, keeps it up. Pushed back over, Paige Smith. Two-handed slam, 17-12 Kings point. Well, Bayagas almost wasn't ready for that serve. Morales sent right back. Figueroa nearly had to come off her chest. Now she'll get it back off the top of the net. Call that 4 touches. Back-to-back points for the Mariners, who have seized control in this middle portion of the second set. Coach Geiser said that basically every set these teams ever play are close. But whatever team goes on a run in the middle parts, as Vendel couldn't circumnavigate Gilbertson, who was laid out. It's those middle runs that end up deciding, I should say, who wins those sets. Long run for the Mariners opened up a 5-point lead. What can Bayagas and the Valiants do? For Steffen, kept up Gonzalez. On the outside, Figueroa sent back, kept up from Bayagas. Now free ball sent over. Pinzone keeping it in play. And Amy Jones will point to the sky and take the point. Well, I think Bayagas kept a ball in play that was trickling out. And Coach Wilkins coming over to probably express that feeling. Ewan smashes one over. Vital will set up for Figueroa. No deflection, no, there she calls it. No call at first from the up judge. And then eventually they called it. Jenny Chen standing, and Russell Rodriguez across from her, the down judge. An experienced group here from Liebert's Gymnasium. Seen them more than a few times this season. Smith has to just send one over. They set up shot. Pena off the top of the block. Hyun will set up on the outside. Buchanan splitting Pena and Figueroa. Again, neither team big in the block category, but the Mariners have had no trouble along the net. Bayagas just barely keeps it up. Figueroa will swing from the back line. There is Bowman. Hyun gives it back to Gilbertson. Got a deflection and got the deck. Biggest lead for either team in this match, 21-14. Smith goes long. Dronzik just barely held up. It has been a dominant showing at home, especially in conference for the Mariners, as Milica Gonzalez will check out for Ayla Ruiz. Hyun for Buchanan, got the block, no one backing up. And the outsides along the antenna struggling to make their presence known for the Valiants. In the regular season in conference, the Mariners dropped just one set at home. Pena has it dug out from the back line. Smith, Figueroa for Ruiz. Got the point off Buchanan. Now one set they dropped, set number 2 against the College of Mount St. Vincent. Or Mount St. Mary, pardon me, in the regular season. Only dropped one game at home, 12-1, a 3-setter to Coast Guard. Gilbertson spiraling up. There's Hyun rushing over, then Gilbertson pushes it over, sent back, just barely kept in play. Here is Smith now from the outside. Dronzik up the chute. Couple deflections later, Sofia Morales with the point for the Valiants. Valiants keeping it close here. They do not have many points to work with. 22-17 the whole. Hyun. Buchanan, different arm slot to keep it up. There was Gilbertson. Again, Buchanan pushes over. Another unlikely point going the Mariners' way. Efficient hitting and stellar defense has been the recipe for Kings Point so far. And as always, a spread out offense. 4 players, 5 or more kills. 3 players with at least 7. Vital setting up the chute. There was Morales to unload. And just outside on the hit from the left side, Morales unloading with everything she had. Bowman somehow kept it up. But Manhattanville gets a point back. It was Smith on that last point who missed outside. Vital couldn't get the serve over, puts her hands in her head, and that sets up set point. With the Mariners leading by a dozen and their fans getting into it. As was the case in set number 1, Gilbertson to serve for the set. Vital outside, Ruiz got a deflection off Steffen. Valiants lift to see another point. Milica Gonzalez to serve for the Valiants. Gilbertson had trouble with it. Bowman will just push it over. Vital a little wide. Dronzik can't keep it in play, and on a hitting error, the Mariners a commanding 2-love lead. 25-22 and then 25-19. The Mariners take both sets to start this off. Will Marchand Marine make it 15 straight and be crowned champion? Or does Manhattanville have more of a fight in them? We'll find out in a few moments from Liebert's Gymnasium.